We can talk about the movie now.
The movie you're making me watch today is still in theaters if we time this right. It's the new A24 movie Talk to Me. Directed by a YouTube guy, I guess.
Two guys, brothers.
Guys.
Twin bros.
Yeah. They're YouTubers, very big YouTubers.
I've never heard of them.
Australia. They're
Raka
Australian.
Raka?
Yeah, they're Australian dudes.
One less Raka.
Raka Raka?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Australian dudes. This is an Australian horror film. We've seen a couple Australian horror films now.
Have we?
Have we? Have we redone any on this? I don't remember.
Have we?
For a second, I thought we did.
What other Australian movie have we seen? The Rover?
Oh,
That's
The
a
Rover,
Australian
and what was the Nightingale?
The Nightingale, yep.
Yeah, and that was
Don't
by the
know.
same
What was
woman who
that?
did Babadook.
Jennifer
And that's
Kent.
what I was thinking. For a moment, I thought we did Babadook for a second, but we did the Nightingale by Jennifer Kent.
I think Brimstone was Australian too, wasn't it? No, I think it was Norwegian.
Australia,
Can't
killing it though.
I don't remember. Yeah,
I love Australian cinema.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Mission Impossible 2 took place in Australia. That was dope too.
Do you have a haiku?
Oh
For
no!
this movie?
Fuck! I forgot about
I
that.
do. I
Yeah,
sure do have a haiku.
I don't have one either. I forgot to.
I don't have one.
Just
Fuck,
watched
Jake,
it.
you're the only guy.
All right, I'll
Jake,
do
haiku
the
us up, baby.
The haiku of the show. The haunts go deep in. Busted face cause weeping. Dead mama creeping.
Yeah,
I like that you rhymed it all.
There you go.
that's perfect.
Did that for
Dead
you.
I'm
mama
glad I don't
creeping.
have
That for
another
you.
one.
Yeah, that one's too good.
That's
Weeping
great.
and creeping. Whoever rhymes
Yeah.
that's a genius.
Then deep in, kind of. I worked it in.
Yeah, but weeping and
Yeah.
creeping is pretty
Weeping
great.
and creeping. Thank you. That was the start off point. I wrote it backwards. All right, so that was what the movie was about. A kid busts his face and the dead mom's creeping
Bro,
around.
that
and
was brutal.
that was kind of it.
That was
No,
brutal
that's not
face smashing. That was like
Yeah.
Tarantino caliber face smashing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
The effects were pretty fucking good in this movie. Like the practical effects with like the makeup and everything like that. It looks hella creepy.
Yeah.
You're
that's
talking
most of the
about like the
budget one, too.
monsters, the spirit people.
Yeah, like the spirits.
That too.
when
That was
when
the best part of the movie.
the possession moments, the kids when they get possessed, like they get all like bloodshot and crazy eyed and stuff. And
Those are contacts. Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of that's contacts.
That was all great.
the
Yeah.
kid, after the kid
Kind of
fucking
remind me of
smashes his faces in.
our short when they did the drugs. Like that was the better way to do it. That looked really good. Well, it was cool. What if we did that instead?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you guys should reshoot it.
We gotta reshoot that. Call Sneeko. Jake knows him. Talk to me.
Keep going.
Talk to you.
Talk to
I'm
me.
talking to you
dude.
about
What's
talk
this
to me.
movie about? Directed by Danny
movie-
and Michael Philippou. Philippou?
Yes, this movie is about. Should I go?
Oh,
through
hold
plot?
on. Before we
Or-
do that, let's talk about those guys a little bit because they're
Whoa,
kind of
whoa, whoa.
living the fucking dream. They're like 30-year-old dudes, 32-year-old dudes who've been doing YouTube shit their whole life, and then they get like a film festival and the Australian Film Commission to like give them $4 million and trust them to make a movie, and they fucking killed it. Like they did a really good job. Like, is this like the best movie ever? No. Is it the best horror movie ever? No. Is it? It's good. It's an above average movie that I really thought had some great parts to it, and it being their first movie, they fucking knocked it out of the park, man. They definitely had a vibe. It was definitely made for the generation under us, really, and it was really, but normally like maybe I wouldn't be about that because of the things I hate about them, but they did a pretty good job of that. I thought it was really good. I thought the whole fucking the phone situation and all the situations was kind of fun and very very to date. You know what I mean? That was because that would happen. Like, who's not going to
Yeah.
do that? But my only problem with this was, and before maybe I shouldn't say this now, I'm just gunning somebody talking, is I don't think I would do it because I wouldn't trust anybody to give me that 90 seconds. Like, no one seemed to care about that 90 seconds in any way of any time. They were always just like, yeah, I'll keep
the
track
one-
of it. Like, we'll get them out. And then like, it's always like, 88 seconds. I was like, yo, you got to tell me at like 68 seconds so I can be there, ready to fucking grab that thing.
The
Like, I don't
logistics
want that
of
thing
it
staying
was
with me, dude.
the logistics
they
of it
didn't
were a
seem to
little
care.
sketchy. But
Yeah,
I
they
think it's an
didn't seem to really
analogy to
care.
just doing drugs. I think that's what the main
Yeah,
thing is.
for
Just
sure,
like, hey,
for
you
sure,
wanna try
for
this?
sure.
Like, hey,
Careless.
it'll be fine. You know, I think that's the main.
Yeah.
It's just their drug of choice at the time is this fucking psychic, mummified, encapsulated hand, which is pretty
Yeah.
creepy.
Anyway, keep going. It
Pretty
was
creepy.
fun. It was super fun. This
Pretty
movie's great.
creepy.
This movie's great.
Solid start, solid beginning, solid intro
Open
to what
beginning's
the
great.
fuck was
Camera
going
works
on.
great.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Camera works
And I
great, and
also like-
also just, I mean, what happens? It's fine.
And if you listen, because this time I listened to what, like everything very closely, the kid in that scene, what he says is like, Dad told me you're gonna hurt people, which is when he ends up stabbing him. That's why, because the dad was telling him you should stab him because he was gonna hurt people. I was like, oh, that was cool. The kid in the room in the beginning was seeing his dead father, and the dead father was telling him that his brother was going to hurt people, so he should kill him. Because as we know, the mom
that's
wasn't
what he was
real in this
saying.
movie. In the end, it was the spirit pretending to be the mom. Like the
Right,
mom was
okay.
never really there. The spirit was pretending to be the mom to get over on her. You know what I mean? Because it was an evil. So that's what he was doing to that kid too, which was cool. Because in the first go around, I didn't really hear that. This go around, I did.
Yeah, I noticed that either.
Yeah.
Talking about like the blonde kid with the
The opening scene. The opening scene. So the brother was going
He's
in there
out
to
there
look
looking for
him.
Dookie or whatever his name was.
Yeah, Dukes or whatever his name is, and then that's the dude who they end up saying gives him the fucking thing. It was that kid.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that kid, the blonde kid, goes into that room, and the kid in that room goes, "Dad told me you were gonna kill hurt a bunch of people." So it was because that's why he had to stab him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard him say that. And then did he mean that because he was giving the hand to someone else, and that was killing?
No,
people,
he meant it because the entity was pretending to be his dead dad and trying to get him to kill his brother.
Yeah.
So he told him he was going to get him to kill, but he was going to hurt people, so he should kill him. Like he was trying to do with her, with the kid in the fucking hospital bed.
Yeah.
And the point is that if you die while they're in you, they get to keep you, and that's the reason. Yes,
that's what I was thinking. That's what because I was thinking. I was lost. I wasn't lost, but toward the end, I mean, we could wait. We could wait to the end, I guess.
Well, we just told the fucking movie, but like we got to go through it because it's done well. I mean,
the end, I was like, I was rooting for her, and then halfway through, I realized I was like, oh no, dude, she can't kill her. Like that's the whole thing. If she kills him, she's fucking.
Well, there's a sequel coming. They already greenlit the sequel. I read it today, so there's a sequel coming.
What are they
This is
gonna
weird. I think
I feel like it's gonna probably continue with her traveling through that fucking world.
All right. So
Yes, and general announcements. If anyone's new to this podcast, is a very spoiler thick thing. We're going to talk spoilers. We already did a little bit, but we're going to keep doing it. If you're new to this, this is a new movie, so
spoiler thicker
put
like
up
a
a disclaimer since it's a new one.
You're supposed to watch the movie and then listen to this podcast. That's the idea, right?
Yes.
It's a spoiler review. This is a spoiler review. I will put.
Here we go.
I'll put that in the title.
Spoilers. Put it on all
it's on there. It's on there. Maybe check out the podcast every now and then. It's on there.
I do.
I extra noteworthy just because it's a brand new movie. I think that's all. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever, dude.
Sure. Anyway,
whatever,
dude. Get into it, dude.
Whatever.
We're getting into it. So we already talked about the dude looking for his brother at the party. The one dude kills his brother and says the shit about the dad, which is foreshadowing. So.
Yeah,
good for them for some good foreshadowing that I didn't even catch on the second time.
What a wicked opening, though. The opening was crazy. He's like going through the party. There's like shit going down, and then he's looking for his brother. Turns out to be his brother. He's asking everyone. Camera's like moving through the party, really cool. Goes in. He's like not face down, but he's like definitely he has to break the door down into these people's houses to get to wherever his brother is, and then he grabs him. Brings him out. Everyone's filming, which again, it's very relevant. I feel like this is a very relevant movie, and I think it was made for the generation under us, but it didn't alienate any other generation anyway. Like,
nope, and that's why I think it was good. That's why it's good.
I was with the lingo. I've heard the lingo before. When the mom said "on God," it was pretty funny. That's the first time I've heard. That's the first time I've heard anyone but you two ever say "on God." I've never heard anyone ever say that before.
Because I didn't notice her say that in the first viewing. I didn't hear her say that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I caught that right away. Yeah. That was funny. And it was I like the humor in this too, but let's continue. It was not humorous. The beginning was not humorous. Classic A24 opening of just crazy fucked upness.
Steadicam through a fucking party, a teenage party, a high school party. Kid goes into the room, gets his brother's freaking out, and all these people, like 70 people, are filming him on their fucking phones. Kid stabs his brother and stabs himself in the face. That's
right in the face.
Right in the fucking face. All on camera. That's on the internet forever. That video's on the internet forever.
Yeah. There was scenes like that made me think that I'm so happy I didn't have like video camera phones when I was just in high school. Like at that age, be like so much
but they
stupid
were such
shit would have been
quality,
like documented.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
They weren't smartphones. They were just to text and talk. That's all it was.
Right. Yeah, you could record video, but it was all like pixelated.
You could take like a 2 megapixel picture or like a 4-second video that looked
nothing worth it.
No touch screen, flip phone. It was totally different.
No social media to post it on.
When touchscreen came out, I was like, "This is
everything."
I was like, "Who the fuck wants? Like, we need buttons. We have to have buttons."
Right, same.
I was a BlueBerry or a BlackBerry guy. I had a BlackBerry. I was like, "There's no way.
Work.
There's no way you can't have not. You can just there's one button on it." That was back when there was one button on the iPhone. And then I remember my manager, I worked at Radio Shack. My manager was like, dude, this is the future. Every phone's going to be just touch screen. I was like, that's insane, dude. That's insane. How are you going to text with just touch screen? I didn't think I could. And then,
here we are.
Cut to now.
Buttonless.
Now no buttons.
Living in this world in a button-free life.
I don't like it.
Give it the times, dog.
All right, so what happens after this party scene?
That's when we pretty much meet. That's when we meet their main character, right? That's
what's her name? Zoe?
Mia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we meet the kid. We meet the son hanging out with her brother or hanging out with his friend. They're it's right after school. He's waiting for his sister who doesn't show up, and who shows up is Mia.
Yeah. I think we get a little shots of Mia looking sad in school and then talks to her dad for a minute and then goes to pick up the kid.
Yeah.
I believe is the order of events.
It opens up with like her just by herself for a second.
Just that quick opening of them just showing the characters, and then that's kind of when we meet them, though. Everyone starts interacting with each other. Is the son Riley is the kid's name, is the main kid, I guess you can call him, and she picks him up. The brother of Jade, her good friend, and they go to her house, or Jade's house, Jade and Riley's house. They hang out. What is it? Sophie, or not Sophie? Sophie's a real name.
Sophie.
Mia's watching videos from the parties that the weird possession shits happen.
Yeah, she's into it.
And let's talk about that right away. That shit looks fucking crazy. Isn't someone going to bring that up somehow about like how crazy that is? Like it looks like they're really like, possessed.
Let's see if it's real. No way it's real.
Whatever they're doing is weird. But I feel like this is kind of just this is not our universe. This is like a tilt off of our universe in a slight way. I feel like it doesn't feel like, although maybe it's just young, maybe it's just because it's a younger generation. This doesn't feel like the world I grew up in. But
back in my day,
it does. I think because of how normal that is, and how like that mom kind of I don't know. The mom, I don't know.
What I think it is that kids that grew up with the internet, never not having the internet though, are like cynical fucks, because they have everything at their fingertips. Any information they want, any movie they want, any video, any music. It was always just, they were born into a world where it was always attainable. So like they've seen it all, they've done it all. And it's almost like they're cynical to it all. It's like a little kid who doesn't, like a 13-year-old kid who just has a phone and an iPad. He doesn't give a fuck about the world because the world's boring and he exists online. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's who these kids are. It's like the videos are why they do this. It's for the videos. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like, that's what this movie is.
Filters and shit like that now in videos, augmented reality,
because
like the right to question it.
The girl was, the whole time her friend was like, that's fake, it's fucking fake, it's a filter or whatever. I don't know if she actually says it's a filter, but they were saying she was fucking with that. She was like, nah, that's fake. Like don't believe that. And then when they went over there, she never did it. The friend, the sister.
I didn't even think about filters, dude. That makes so much sense.
She was even playing with a filter on her phone. It wasn't like the weird. It was like a face swap filter or something like that.
They were fucking with face swap
filters.
With her words, like randomly. So just kind of a hint at that. So I thought that was
They have
smart, but
filters that
yeah,
make
just
you look all weird
talk
like
about
that.
that world. Yeah,
Should
for
use
sure.
that for the short.
So they could have done that. So that's kind of, they didn't say it outright, like she's like, oh, it could have been a filter, but she was suspicious. They were all kind of suspicious, like, oh, let's go check it out. And her friend was her friend was reluctant, but then she was all like, my mom died exactly 2 years ago today.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Pull
fuck,
the old
fine.
Sidney Prescott
Yeah.
card.
Well, the old pity party. And they go to the party.
Well,
And
hold on, though. We got to set up the relationship. Like the relationship that this girl has with this other girl is kind of like she's her friend, but she's only a friend in like need sometimes. And she's got a really good relationship with the little brother, which actually comes into play through most of the movie. And I kind of like hate her for it every time it happens. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, why is this bitch doing this? And the second time I saw it, I was like, yeah, fuck this bitch. Why is she about to do this? And that's the thing.
Fuck
do you mean?
boyfriend.
Fuck which bitch?
The whole Mia, like, why she let this little kid end up doing that? Like, she's a dumbass. Like, there's no way she should have let him do that.
Because nothing
He is kind of
happened.
dumb.
Nothing happened until that point.
And she kind of pays for it in the end.
Yeah, she does.
She's never like really portrayed as like a smart
Mr. Spoiler over here,
person
just
or,
spoiling
like,
the spoils.
the hero of the film.
Yeah. Well, all right. So they go to the party, and another thing we didn't mention actually was the kangaroo scene. What so you think that was about?
Oh yeah, that was another foreshadowing moment.
Yeah.
Of just her facing death, I guess.
Because she had to. The whole thing was she needed to kill him. Her mom was telling her to quote unquote kill. What's his name?
The kid.
Yeah. The kid, the brother, to put him out of his misery because when she was sitting, which was I thought was one of the crazier scenes, was when she was sitting on the bed with him and she sees a little girl and holds her hand. And the little girl is like, I invite you in or whatever. And she saw the kid just be
that's the craziest scene in the movie
and shit. And she was
it's just a bunch of like old witches. The thing was a witch. It was a fucking witch. That was epic.
Yeah,
the thing in the wheelchair, the thing in turn talking to her, the thing that was like rubbing all on him, like in the bunch of naked witches.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was supposed to be a witch, but it was definitely a ghoul.
I mean, what was it? It was an old woman.
Demon witches, monsters.
They're dead.
I don't think they're anything specific.
I feel like it's a witch.
They're dead people.
Spirits of the dead. Yeah, I think so.
I think they're more like.
I think they're demons.
Demons than. I think they're trying to make you think that they were spirits of the dead, but they weren't.
Okay,
that's what
fair.
demons do.
I mean,
demonized spirits.
They're playing with their fucking heart, trying to make it be her mom, which I thought was cool. Is that at first you really do think it's her mom, and then slips the script, which was pretty fun.
It's kind of the movie was kind of. It was kind of all over the place until it settled on, okay, this is about her and her mom. Up until that point, it was like, I didn't know who or what the movie was about. Is it about this parties? Is it about what they're doing at these parties? Is it about, it seemed like it was about the girl and her brother. It seemed like they were like the focus of the movie for a little bit. And then,
there was some, sorry, go ahead.
It just wasn't, I didn't settle into like what the fuck was going on until I just feel like it was a little more all over or it was a little, not all over the place, because that sounds like it's fucking, because it wasn't all over the place. It was just I wasn't 100% what the movie was about until the kid fucked himself up. And then it started focusing on Mia and like her talking to her mom, because she was like talking to her mom through him, supposedly. But yeah. What is this?
But the dead mom was referenced a few times before that, though. It was like like I just said, like when they first met Jade and she was like, let's go to this party because now it's it's the 2-year anniversary of the mom. That was, I feel like, the first time the mom got brought up, and just randomly how she interacted with her dad, it was all just like sad and distant, and she just seemed all damaged in some way or another.
So. They look cool.
Yeah,
like when he was reading the suicide note, that was just a dope shot, just a dope out of them.
Yeah.
I watched a video with the directors, and they were talking about how they chose to make it that you only experience the things that they see when they're holding the hand through their eyes, meaning that like if you're not in their POV, you don't see it. And they were talking about how like when she's talking to the kid and she's like, they like you, that really she is seeing like those demons like doing what they were doing in the flashback, like swooning over him and like trying to lick him and shit like that. So she was seeing that, and like they didn't shoot that shit. Like it was in the script when people read the script, but they didn't shoot it because they only chose to do it from her POV. And if she wasn't from her POV, they didn't show it, and which I think is pretty cool. Like just to know that, like that's pretty awesome.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, we didn't really leave her at all.
No, that's the way they showed
saw
them.
the ghost. Yeah, that makes sense.
It was
Every
just
time we
through
saw
her.
the ghost of the demons or whatever was her
Yep.
point of
They
view.
did that purposely.
Yeah, and when it cut out, there was nobody there. When everyone was like trying to pull their hands out of her hand.
And what else I noticed in this one is the dream that she has about not seeing herself in the mirror that actually happens to her, and I didn't realize that happened in the original when I first saw it the first time.
When does that happen?
It happens in the end when she's in the hospital, right before it pretty much reveals it. She looks into the mirror in the hospital and she's not there. It's like right before the. It's like probably like 30 seconds left in the movie.
Let's get there. Let's go in.
Yeah, we don't even know what the hand does yet.
Let's go chronologically. We're getting all over the place.
Get in there, Kronos.
Yeah.
Stay with the thing. So yeah, she's with a friend, Jade, still in the very beginning of the movie.
You can't even
and
spell
she's
chronological.
Like, let's go to this party to see if this shit's real. And let's bring your boyfriend because I want to fuck him. And let's bring your little brother because I got a weird connection with him. So they go to the party.
Why didn't you like that connection, Schwartz? You just didn't like that he let him do the drug, or she let him hold the hand.
I didn't like that she let him do the hand. That was
she's irresponsible.
Yeah,
and
she sucks.
I think she's just a fucking broken character the whole movie.
Yeah, she's also a kid. She's like 16 years old.
Yeah.
Also, this is true.
Children.
And so they go to the party, and
everyone's like, "Come on, man, do it." Sorry, we'll get there. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, we'll get there.
Go ahead. Anthony, shut up. Let him talk.
You shut
You're
shut
ruining
your
it.
fucking face, Schwartz.
Serge
So it looks
ruining
like the party is
pie hole, Schwartz.
kind of thrown by. Are they siblings? This Haley and Joss character, the gender
the two people
ambiguous
with the-
character, and the one that looks like a young version of The Rock.
No, I think they're just high school
What are you
classmates.
talking about?
Okay, for some
the
reason
people
they
with the
felt
fucking
they
hands.
The two
felt
guys with the
related to me.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Not guys.
their
They'd
name
be
was
guys.
Haley. The person's
just
name
saying.
was Haley. So I don't know.
They
I'm not,
thems with the hands. I don't know why
yeah,
you gotta make a big
they,
deal
them,
about it, Jake.
and the they them and the Rock had
The
the
Rock?
hands. The giant Samoan looking dude that looked like
Another
a
dude
young
with the hand.
Rock. Yeah, the other dude with the hand.
the one who's
tied
like
people
whose
up.
hand it was. Like he was the one giving
Yeah.
the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then his
And then the weird looking one with the piercing.
gender
Haley.
ambiguous friend, Haley. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought they were. For some reason, I thought they were siblings. I don't know why.
No,
But
they're
they
just high
were
school
Pretty much
Classmates.
It's not like
friends
they were siblings
doing this
unless
hand
they were
shit.
in foster
Oh my
care.
God, who cares?
It doesn't matter if they were siblings. They had the fucking hand, and they were throwing a party.
What are you getting at,
And-
Jake?
I'm not getting at anything. I'm trying to tell the fucking story of the movie, but you guys keep diverting into other weird
I'm not doing
territories.
shit. Anthony's fucking this all up.
Everybody, shut the fuck up. and
Jake's
listen to the
dancing around his
goddamn
words. I'm
story.
trying to understand what he's talking about. He's saying the rocks in this movie. I
I'm
didn't see
trying
The
to
Rock.
talk about who.
I'm looking at the
had the
directors right
people who
now.
have
They
the
look
hand.
gender ambiguous.
Anyway, they're all like, "Hey, who wants to do hand stuff? Who wants a hand stuff party?" And then she's all like, "I want to do hand stuff." And they're like, "Cool, get over here."
Sounds like
They light a
different
fucking
movie.
candle, and this is basically the trailer.
And they
is this
just
party.
jerk
And I-
each
I-
other
I-
off.
I appreciate that the marketing of this movie was pretty much the first like part of the
That's the
first
first
act,
scene.
and that was kind of it.
Yeah,
And that I liked that about it.
Mhm.
So Mia does the old talk, grabs that weird clay hand thing that they have, and she says, "Talk to me," and sees a fucking ghost. And what else do they say? "Let me in."
Yeah.
And then she
No,
gets
they say,
possessed.
You
by some
can come
spirits.
in me or something like that.
You can come in me. That's what they say.
I mean, that's not the exact
And,
words. but
right. And this part I realized like she's basically like what the shit she's starting to say when she's possessed. She's like warning Riley, and I didn't notice that on my first watch because I didn't realize where it was gonna go. But she's like, "They all want you." they're coming for you, especially him over there, and blah blah blah, and then starts doing like the run shit, and that's when they can't get the hand off of her within the 90 seconds. There's a 90-second rule that you
Yeah.
got to get the hand off and blow out
Otherwise
the
they
candle within
linger.
90 seconds, or else they stay in you. And they're like, "Oh shit, we didn't get it in 90 seconds. Hopefully everything's fine."
And
But
I
it
think the
wasn't
point,
fine.
and I think the
But
point of like why it chose her is because she's like looking for some sort of connection with anyone more than she has now. So they probably like fed that, like smelt that on
Yeah,
her. Or like,
she's the
we can
weakest
get
spirit.
yeah,
inside.
it's
We can get
preying
inside
on
this
preying on the
girl.
weak for sure.
Yeah.
She's very damaged. That's why they wanted
That's
the
what
young little
demons
boy.
do.
Yeah, they want the young boy, and they go
Yeah,
for
but
the
her
broken
too.
girl,
Like they
and her
they,
too.
they need her. Yeah.
And they kept her. They kept a grip on her long enough to get inside of her a little bit.
Oh yeah, they stayed. They're lingering. It's like in Chucky.
Right. So that's it. I don't know, what does she go home after that? I don't remember what happens
And that's
after
another
that.
thing. Let's talk about that real quick. These people are not phased by this in any fucking way. No one thinks if dude, I'm telling you right now, if this happened to me, I wouldn't be able to stop talking about this. Like, I'd be calling everybody, be like, yo, you're not gonna believe what the fuck
Well,
just happened.
also
Like,
no.
when it
what
was
is going on here?
when it
you
was
have to try
done,
this. Tell me if I'm crazy.
it seemed euphoric to them. They were like it was
It was like a drug,
she was
right?
yeah, she
Yeah.
was like it
Yeah,
was like
pretty
a
much.
drug. Yeah, it seemed that's what it seemed like. That's what the comparison is. I mean, it's just like, oh shit,
It's
that was
still
great.
just insane.
And they
The
had a little
fact that they
party where
would
they were just doing
act
that.
like
They
it's
were just doing
okay.
hand jobs all night, and they were just having a great time. That was the one where right before the kid did it. Everyone was just
Yeah.
doing, it seemed like a little junkie party.
Yeah, that was a fun scene because yeah, it looked like they were just doing shots or doing lines or like whatever. They just like
Yeah.
were like on drugs, but really they were just doing hand stuff
It's a normal Tuesday
night
night
long.
for old Jake
Yeah.
or
Love hand
old
stuff.
Detroit Jake.
Hmm. So yeah, after that they Mia and Jade and all of the other kids go home, I think, directly after that. And then when Riley's all scared, he goes to try to sleep with the sister, and she's like, "Get the fuck out of here, you little creep."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he's like, "Okay,
Little
I'll
queef, is that
go."
what you said?
I said creep, unless I mispronounced it.
Either
I said
one's
creep.
fine.
I don't know. Either one's fine. And then he goes to Mia, and he's like, "Can I hang out with you?" And she's like, "Sure." And he's like, "How'd it feel?" And she's like, "It was so good. It was euphoric. It was like heroin. Heroin's so cool. We should do that too."
Best.
And then he's like, "Cool. Hey, how'd your mom die?" And she's like, "Oh, she took some pills accidentally and then couldn't get out of the room, and there was a bunch of scratch marks and shit, and she probably killed herself, but accidentally killed herself, and I blame my daddy."
That's what
And
she
yeah,
said?
she implied the father blame, but the other stuff she did say.
I was waiting for like it to come out where like he killed her.
Yeah.
That's what they think they were trying to get at, make you think and use to her to think some sort of way. You know what I mean? Like that's why the mom was kind of like, I didn't kill myself type shit. Like we'll
Yeah.
get there, but I think it was just playing just a little trickster. You know what I mean? It's like
It tricked me,
like
dude.
fucking with people. It's
It
fucking with
tricked
people,
me.
dude. It's like the Exorcist
Trickery.
style.
I got tricked by the demon in the movie, which was fiction.
Oh, by the way, R.I.P. William Friedkin. He died the other day.
Oh,
Classic
shit.
director.
Name your top 4 freakins.
Exorcist, French Connection, Sorcerer, Cruising.
You see the new Exorcist
Killer
trailer for the
Joe.
new Exorcist?
Killer Joe was a good one. I saw the trailer. Yes,
Yeah.
It's pretty
and
good.
it's made by
creepy.
the same guy who made the new Halloweens, and those were terrible. So,
Yeah, they weren't great, but
Danny McBride's
they were
making the new
terrible.
Exorcist.
well,
No,
David Gordon Green directed all Halloweens, and he's also directing these. Danny McBride produced The
I
Exorcist.
think he
though.
helped write them or something.
Well, he helped write.
And what
the
sucked is
Halloweens, yeah.
those Halloweens. The trailers were sick, but the movie
Yeah, they were.
sucked.
Yeah,
And,
mostly bad movies.
the trailer for The Exorcist was fucking sick. The way they like teased the music a little bit. Oh, it was good.
David Gordon Green makes some great shit. But he's also made some not great shit. So it'll keep you go either way.
I'm going. I'm hoping.
I'm
it's
gonna
be
see
good.
it too. I'll definitely watch it.
All
Okay,
right.
so keep going.
So I think it's like the next day or something, they go try to approach Haley again at school, and Jade's boyfriend Daniel, he wants to try it because he gets tried at the party. So she invites them over. Mom leaves for the night. That was kind of a funny scene where she's like, "Okay, what time's the
When's
party?
the party? Yeah,
What
Mom
time's
was
the party?"
great.
Like she kind
I
of
love
kept
the
trying
mom.
to trick the kids into like admitting that they're gonna have a party, but everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" So
The mom was great in this. Pivotal.
Yeah. Funny character, solid Australian woman.
She's the chick from Lord of the Rings who pretends to be a man and goes into battle. That was her.
Oh. I don't know.
I am no man, and then she kills the big D crazy guy.
That's where I saw her from.
My second favorite movie of hers.
I'm sure she's in other stuff I've seen.
She's
too,
been in
but I
many
just
other
don't
things,
don't
actually,
recall
yeah.
what they are. Good character actress, I'm sure, from Australia.
So this is the hand job party.
Yeah, this is the big hand job party where everyone's getting hand jobs from
Everyone's
the
just
hand.
having a good old time. The only people that aren't
Yeah.
doing it are the kid, his friend, and the girl.
The main girl. She
Jade.
never does it. She never does
Yeah.
it.
She
Well,
doesn't
first,
like
it starts off all weird with
She doesn't like the drugs, dude.
Daniel, the boyfriend. He gets all like super weird, possessed by some asshole demon, where he's all like, "He doesn't actually like you. He likes you."
And he's like, he makes you
Hand
make him
jobs.
soft.
And then he
You
starts
make
like
him soft.
jerking off, and then falls on the ground and starts trying to fuck the dog.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, the dog
then
makes out with
he
him. That's
does.
gross.
Yeah.
But then he
And-
does it again later on.
He does it
that
again.
night.
That
He's
is
just like,
surprising.
fuck it, dude. That shit's bomb.
And the sick party montage.
The shit
does
must
do
be
it again.
good. It must feel
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Guess so.
That's
You
when
just do
everyone
weird
looks
shit.
hella crazy.
I'll kiss a dog if it makes me feel good.
I don't think anybody's kissing dogs.
That dude kissed dogs.
I do
Oof.
definitely kiss that dog.
She called her dog a thought.
That was funny.
She goes, take your thought dog. Get out of here.
Because she wanted to do it. She was
What's
like,
what's a
no
thought?
phones. Get your
That-
thought dog out
that
of
hoe
here.
over there.
Oh, nice.
That's another generational thing that we didn't use 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm too old to understand that one.
Yeah.
63.
You're 64 in November.
This is true. Anyway, so
my
yeah,
back.
at that party, toward the end of it, the young kids, because we still got Riley and his little buddy, they're there.
I love that kid. That kid.
And
Wait, hold on. Going back to the mom being like, when's the party? And she's like, you guys better not drink tonight. And the kid goes, I'm definitely drinking if there's a party.
If there's a
here
party
tonight."
tonight, I'm definitely drinking.
I'm definitely drinking.
oh, yeah, and she basically says he like smells like shit. She's like, I don't know if that's you or the dog.
Or the
but
dog.
yeah.
Well, that's the other funny
open a
thing. Is
window.
the whole movie, they're saying the dog stinks. That makes the makeout scene even worse.
Right.
Which is great. There's like 3 times before that where like he's like, oh my god, get out of here, the dog stinks. And then the mom says that to him, and then another time she's like, oh, the dog farted.
Talking
It's
shit
funny.
on that dog.
It's good.
It's a
funny
good
shit.
dog.
Good dog.
Good loud ass breathing dog.
Yeah, he's cute. Anyway,
So yeah, the young kids want to do it, and they're like, no, you can't. You're too young. And Jade's all like, no, don't do it. And of course, Mia, being the irresponsible bitch that she is, she's like, it's fine. Let the kid
Jade
do it
leaves.
for
The
like a
sister-
minute.
The sister leaves because everyone's like,
Well, the kid calls her
let
out,
him
he's like,
do
"I
it,"
hate
and then
you.
the kid's like, "Yo, you're a fucking bitch, and you killed fucking Mia's mom or whatever," and she was stomped
what?
out. I mean, he didn't say that, but
No
he
one
meant
said
it.
that, bro. Well, why don't you let Jake talk about
And
it?
Haley's even like, you boring as fuck, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Because Jade,
We're-
because
we're
he
gonna-
left out the fact that Jade wasn't there. I had to add that back in. The same reason you interrupt him. He misses shit sometimes.
Nah.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Jade
dude.
leaves. Jade's gone.
That's important.
And then Haley's like, yo, fuck it. Let's just do it anyway. She ain't here. And then they
50
agree to
seconds.
do 50 seconds instead of the 90 seconds. They're like, all right, fine. But it seemingly turns out that when the kid does the thing, it ends up being Mia's mom, or so we're set to
because
believe.
he starts talking to her like he's possessed by Mia's mom.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm
Well,
so sorry.
when
to
And he
leave
called her
you."
me.
Yeah.
When he sees it for the first time too, he goes, "What the fuck?" and like just looks right over at her, like he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
like,
shit, that's
as
your
if that's your
Yeah,
mom, yeah.
And
She
we
was.
think it's her mom.
I think at
There's
that point
nothing
it
that
is.
we-
I
there's
think
nothing-
at that point it is. There's a certain point where I think it is, and then the
I don't
demon.
know about that.
I think that's how they lure her in,
I don't
and
know
then the
about that.
demon fucking takes over. I think that's what it is.
I think it was always a demon.
Do you? I don't know.
I
Maybe.
think it's always
Maybe, yeah.
demons.
Maybe.
I do like the ambiguity though.
Because
Yeah,
like
I
the
think he was
monster
wrong
that
first.
Mia saw first was like this crazy like sailor like monster, like wet soaking monster, like drowned monster.
I think it was a
Fat wet
fat
bitch,
woman,
dude.
right?
Fat
Yeah,
woman,
fat.
but she looked like fucking
Yeah, she fucking Johnny, Parts of the Caribbean.
Like she just
yeah,
drowned or
she
something.
she looked like
Yeah.
Davy Jones, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There
continue.
was some great audio work in this movie too. There was some
Yeah.
cool shit happened with the
Agreed.
audio.
With all the water, it was all
Yeah.
watery every time you saw it.
Yeah.
Like that was very. I noticed the same thing.
Spooky,
High marks on the.
spooky possession sounds. That whole like when they enter the body, like that thud they make when the head
Yeah.
always snaps back and the eyes get all black.
Yeah. And the way the camera always tilts like this.
Yeah,
that was pretty
like
cool.
shit was creepy.
slammed at a
Yeah.
right angle. Bam.
Yeah.
They did
That was
good.
pretty
They
fun.
did good with
Pretty good.
that.
Good camera work in this movie. Great acting. I don't think we talked
Yeah.
about the actors, but I think all the actors were pretty fucking money.
Yeah, they all killed it.
Every single one. I thought they were all.
And they
great.
were all like friends in Australia before this, like just decided to make a movie.
It all
Young
seems very
unknowns.
believable. Their banter, their even the mom especially, like it all seemed very maybe it's just because they're foreign and it's a different world, and I am more accepting to just see it as more relatable, not relatable, but believable. But I was like, yeah, this could be a world. You know what? It seemed like a world. It seemed like Zombievers. Seemed like that could have been the same universe.
Zombieverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. It's a
You know,
little different.
Zombievers seems like it's like
still
slightly out of the realm.
a little bit. This might just be because it's Australia still. I'm still
Maybe,
leaning in that
maybe.
direction.
The toilets
They're
go
just
the other way.
Australians. Toilets go the other way. Which is weird. Weird stuff.
So because he thinks it's her mom, or she thinks it's her mom, she
Yeah.
lets it go too long.
Yeah, she's like, it's almost 50 seconds. She's like, no, it's my mom. I gotta. And then the
That's
kid kind of
irresponsible.
fucking definitely. And then the kid pretty much snaps and starts slamming his face on the fucking counter.
Brutal.
And brutal.
Because they tie him
tries
down.
to take his eye out.
Every
Tries
time
to
they
take his eye out of his socket.
Yeah, every
He
time
goes-
they do it,
tries to
they
reach through his eye.
tie him down to the chair every time someone shakes the hand. So they don't like fuck because you trip out. I mean, what? Why do they keep doing it? It must feel good.
There's
Yeah, it must be.
they're bored, dude.
So weird. So anyway, he pulls.
So
his
yeah,
eye out of the socket.
he basically pulls out of the socket and starts smashing his head because I think he's trying to kill himself so they like keep the body. I think that's the purpose, and we kind of learn that later.
Yeah, because there was rules early on that they said. They said number one, we mentioned no more than was it 90 seconds?
Mhm.
No more than 90 seconds.
Gotta blow the
And
candle out later.
Gotta start a candle before you shake the hand and blow it out after, to open the door before and close the door after. And if you die, they keep you, which we also
Mhm.
mentioned. So that's what they're trying to do.
Keep you.
They're trying to keep him.
All right.
Because he's young and luscious.
He is luscious. He's a cutie.
Greatest.
Whoa.
Get your head all the way up it. Heat.
So
Heat
they
the other day.
the sister comes back in because the sister left. Sister comes back in, sees what's going on. Is like, what the fuck? And like puts her hand in the way. So he stops because he's just slamming his face against like everything, the table and the chair. And she stops him. She holds him down. And then they take him to the hospital. He's all,
He slammed his head on the brick fireplace.
yeah. Does he?
That was gross. Yeah.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
When they show him afterwards,
Yeah.
roots.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's in the hospital, right? Or do they? What happens? after
Yeah,
that?
he's in the hospital. Everyone's pretty much blaming Mia because Mia let it happen, and we don't really see what they told the cops, but everyone kind of got interviewed and talked to by the police. We don't really know what the story is, but as of right now, everyone's pretty fucking pissed at Mia.
I think the story ended
Yeah.
up being like he had an episode, right?
Well, yeah, they can't really prove that anything happened. They said, and like they all got the tape, but on the tape it just looks like what it looks like. Like, how do you explain that? Like, what do you? There's no drugs in their system. You know what I mean? They found nothing. Blood work, all that work is like nothing in there. So what are they gonna? What are they gonna tell them happened? You know? What are they gonna arrest you for?
Right. They just basically say he snapped, I think, more or
Yeah.
less. Is kind of what they end up telling.
Nobody wants to look at this hand,
It's so unbelievable.
Right.
but he smashed his face. That's worth looking at the hand.
Right.
If I was one of those cops, I'd be like, "Well, let me take a look at that hand."
I don't think they
Did they ever mention the
do anything
hand?
with it.
If there's
think
video of it, if they had, I'm sure they saw the
Oh,
video.
yeah,
Showed the
sure,
video
right.
where he shakes
Yeah.
the hand, he says the words, he looks at a demon, he says some fucked up shit to what's her name. She stops him. Everyone see everything's on video. I mean, Mia does
Yeah,
kind of.
you're right.
Are they doing the video at that point though? Because there's one
Yeah.
time they're like, no,
Oh,
cameras at
you're
the
right.
party.
They weren't videoing.
I don't think they're
at
videoing
that
him.
point. That's when they got the thought dog out of there.
Yeah, that's just when they were like doing drug shit and they weren't actually filming it.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. You right. You right. No video.
Yeah, and
So
they
where
they
we at?
and
So
they
what
ended up not blowing. I think there was a shot of the candle still lit, and that's part of it. Like no one blew up the candle of
I
actually
missed
shut the
that.
door on the Riley scenario. So yeah, everyone's
Because he was
pissed.
fucking himself up.
Yeah, everyone's pissed. Mia goes home with homeboy Daniel, and because she's all plays the old "I don't want to be alone" thing, and then she's kind of still hitting on her best friend's boyfriend like a hoe. And
Not really. She wasn't really hitting on him.
A little bit.
She sucked on his toes.
Hmm.
She did a little toe sucking.
Well, keep going, Jake.
All right. So yeah, she did some toe sucking, toe stuff, set of hand stuff. Because
Well, no, she sees the lady, which I thought was
Right.
gonna be her mom.
right, but it was just like some other weird dead demon bitch, and kind of went after Daniel as she watched, but then it ended up being her going after Daniel and sucking on Daniel's toes.
Yeah, it was weird.
What I did like about this movie was that it wasn't a jump scare movie. It was more of like a dread movie, and I think that is what I did like about it because they could have easily went the other way and like tried to jump scare you, which kind of gets old. But it was cool. They didn't do that.
There's a
It's
few
just
jump
about the
scares.
situation. Although, yeah, well, not many though. Like, it wasn't based on that. It's not how the horror was based on. Like they weren't trying to horror you, like scare you with the jumps. You know what I
They
mean?
were trying to
It
horror
was
you
more
that way.
situation. It was more situational, like putting you in crazy situations with crazy things happening. Anyway, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Get a little closer to the mic next time.
What?
I mean with the milk. All right, keep going, Jakey Poo.
All right, yeah, she's possessed by shit. She keeps seeing her mama, her dead mama, and what?
Oh yeah, she saw her dead mom at the hospital too in the window. Remember?
Yeah, mom's
Right.
talking to her now. Mom's talking to her,
Yeah.
saying, "I didn't kill myself."
Yeah. Yeah.
Mia's all sad. She tries to do like the talk to me thing by herself, but she's like, "Talk to me, mom."
And then the dad keeps trying to call her, I think, to show her this letter that he eventually shows her, but she won't answer the fucking phone.
Right.
He calls her like 2 or 3 times. She just ignores it.
And he kind of admits. What did he admit? That
He
the
just
mom-
didn't give her the letter. Like she definitely
Yeah.
killed herself.
Yeah, she had a suicide
It was a
note that he
suicide.
found that it was
Yeah.
that was given to both of them. He was like, "I'm really sorry. I should have given it to you because it's yours as much as it's mine." And it was
Yeah.
just a letter that said that she killed herself, and she, blah blah blah. I hope you weren't fucking. I hope you guys still love me. I hope you guys don't fucking take it personally or whatever she said. And then, but then she sees her fucking mom in a reflection, and her mom was
And
like,
she's like, he's
"That's a
lying."
lie." She's like,
Yeah.
she's like dragging chains around like fucking geezer Ebenezer.
Marley and Marley. Anyway, yeah. That was a cool scene.
Oh,
That was a cool scene.
yeah. And so, so
Anyway,
she
is that
believes
where
it,
we
and I
are?
think at this time I believe it too. I'm still with her. I'm like, oh shit, dad fucking killed her.
Yeah. So anyway, she's with this dude in the room, right, Jake? Did we get past that?
dude in the room. What dude in the room?
Sucking on the toes.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely got past that. Do
Okay,
you pay
keep going.
attention? You paying
I
attention?
think I was paying attention.
All right.
Nobody's
keep
paying
going.
attention to
Yeah,
it. I feel like I'm the
she
only one that's
learned-
seen this movie.
you even watch this movie?
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
Anthony
did.
went to see this movie.
Did the thing, the dad. I would just explain the dad thing,
Okay,
and
then what?
she basically kills her dad.
She
I've
does kill
explained
the
a lot of this
dad.
movie.
The dad, she says that the mom tells her the dad is not her dad and that he's going to come in here and hurt her. And she's like, oh, fuck. All right. And she stabs her dad and ends up being just her dad. And that's when
Yeah.
we're kind of clear of like, oh, shit. This thing is just fucking with her.
This thing is not good. This thing is bad.
Yeah, it's not her mommy. That's not her mammy.
That ain't your
That's the
mama.
demon. Ain't your mammy, girl.
When did they go find Duckett? Or Duckett's
They
brother?
did that too.
Oh yeah, they do.
They
go
did that
find
like right
Duckett.
before this. I think we just missed that part.
Yeah,
We forgot about that part. It happens right before
Lost some
this.
orders
They
here.
go. He's
Because
just
they give her
standing
the
at a
hand to
bus
try
stop.
to. Oh, actually, that's happening now because they go try to get the hand to try to do the thing that she does in the hotel or in the room,
Well,
with the
she's
kid
got
who's
the
in
hand.
the hospital.
Mia just kept the hand with her.
Right.
Well,
They go. They
she
find
goes and gets the
Duckett.
hand.
Duckett's like, "Yo, I don't want any part of that." What does he say? Does he say anything that helps him? He says something.
He just basically says, "What does he say?" He's like, "I don't think he gives him any help, actually." I don't remember.
I don't remember exactly what he tells him, but it's sort
He
of
goes
just
to
about
Tuckett's
like
brother
the
Cole,
thing,
who
the shit
explains
staying more about the shit staying with them and things like that. I think kind of more.
He explains that
insight
the
about
living
all that.
body naturally expels the invading spirits. So Riley will become better if they simply stop all contact with the spirit world, get rid of the hand, and wait it out. I don't remember him
Okay,
saying
that's
that.
true.
That's what Wikipedia says.
More or less said that, yeah. And then I feel like Mia keeps fucking it up and brings the hand back and like, we got to try to get the spirit out of Riley and just fuck. I don't know. Mia just keeps fucking things up.
Yeah, I think that's her next move is like, we never blew the candle out, so let's go do it again. Have him say, but he can't talk. So they go back to the hospital, put it in his hand, and they like try to bring she says let him in or whatever, and nothing happens.
Doesn't
That's
work. They
when
tried twice.
she's like, fuck it. So basically the demons are fucking with her, and not only fucking with her and making her kill people like her dad, but they're also making her continue contacting them, which I think is keeping Riley there in the spirit world. And even she even says that when she calls in the end, when she calls her sister and is like, or her friend is like, yo, can you come meet me? I think I know how to fix him. And she's like, I don't know. He seems like he's getting better. He's like, he fucking woke up today and he seemed like himself. So maybe because every time he woke up before, he would just start slamming his face again.
Yeah. That's another crazy scene was when the mom and her are like washing him down in the room and the mom has to leave and then he starts slamming his head against the fucking wall again and he starts licking his own blood. That was gross. That was fucking gross.
Yeah. They established that he's trying to kill himself every time.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. That was pretty gross.
And that's when all the other spirits are trying to convince her to also, we kind of start seeing that they're trying to low-key convince her to kill Riley as well.
Yeah. I think this is kind of what
this boy.
We start feel. This is kind of when I started feeling like, all right, they're fucking, or maybe when it was when she killed her dad, but like
that's when I started. Yeah.
This is the time where I'm like, all right, these are bad. These are bad spirits.
Yeah,
just putting it together.
Yeah, she actually kills her dad after that, and they're like, you got to put him out of his misery. So she actually killed her dad. Then she calls her.
That's what the mom
friend
says. The mom says you got to put Riley. You got to put Riley out of his misery. Which we all know now is just so that they can stay in his body.
Yep. And she goes to the hospital and gets the friend to leave the hospital, tricks her to leave and goes to the house. Her friend finds the dad. Then the friend calls the mom and she's like, where's Mia? And she's like, oh, she's with Riley. And they're like, oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that ain't good. She's dangerous.
At that point, she gets back to the hospital. Riley's wheeling the kid out on the wheelchair, and looks like they're headed toward traffic because she doesn't have the guts enough to like stab him in the hospital, which she's like about to, and that's when we see the creepy old lady that you think is a witch.
Shake. That was one of the foreshadows. Like she has a problem, euthanasia.
Yeah.
You know,
she can't put her.
She can't do it. She can't kill a Rue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the spirit of the Rue leads it out. Maybe is that spirit also the kangaroo because it shapeshifts and shit.
Shapeshifter,
because as we all know, kangaroos are all shapeshifters.
Kangaroo. Yeah,
and
dude, we should get a shirt
Riley
that says
is
shaped
Australian
kangaroo.
for kangaroo.
Oh shit, mind blown.
No, it's not.
Whatever. Nobody knows that.
Just every Australian person on the planet.
You think the Rakataka brothers are gonna listen to this one?
I hope so.
Philippines?
Shout out to Raka.
Philippines? I hope they do.
Philippos.
Did we talk shit on Australia? I like Australia. Way better.
A little
than New
bit,
Zealand.
but no big deal.
Spiders are gnarly.
Whatever, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What are you afraid of spiders?
I mean, a spider that's like 3 feet big is pretty terrifying.
All right, shut the fuck up. We're almost done with this movie.
So she's wheeling him down the old I-5.
Wheeling him down, and Jade comes chasing after, and
She's like, no,
we don't see exactly what happens, but it looks like she's about to throw Riley into traffic. But then we kind of cut to a perspective of one of the cars, and
which is
that
great. Great way to
that
show
hits
that.
Mia, and then Mia's like on the ground, and Jade's holding her brother like off to the side on traffic, and then she kind of starts walking away from the scene.
Oh, wait. So she's not. So it's not demons. Because it's.
No, I
Cause
think
she's.
it's demons.
Remember, we were like, no, it's demons. And you were like, no, it's dead people. Because
Well, no, what it is that
If you
it is
die when you're
demons.
possessed,
I
they
think
got
it's
her.
like
They got
keep
her.
I
you,
think it's like
they
a
got
witch
her.
kind of thing.
Maybe.
But the thing is, they want him, but because they couldn't have him, they have to take her, and they took her.
Well, yeah. It was she made the choice, I think. Yeah, she was like
I
she
think-
sacrificed
yeah.
herself for
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
whatever
Or
was
did
left in
Jade
her.
push her? It was
Oh, that's
never
a good
really
point.
clear on what happened.
That's a good point.
Oh,
I
Jade
that'd be
really
kind of
see her.
crazy.
or she could have sacrificed herself.
I think the kangaroo scene means she probably sacrificed herself. She finally got to do that. You know what I mean? She probably put it out of its misery,
Killed herself like the mom did.
like she should have done the kangaroo.
But
Yeah.
that just means they got her. Like they still win the demon.
They got her. Yeah,
They got her.
they got her for sure. As of
They
now,
didn't
we'll
get
see
him.
what the sequel
And then
holds.
it flashes like we see him. He got better.
Well,
Yeah,
it doesn't
better.
flash. It goes to the scene where I'm talking about, to where she's in the hospital. She sees the kid and the family get better, and as they walk out, and then your dad's there, and then shit starts to go dark.
Chasing
and she
her
starts
dad,
to be
yeah.
like, call out for her dad. He's not responding to her, and you're like, oh shit, what's going on? And then she sees a mirror where she doesn't see her reflection, and it goes back to that thing where I said, she's like, yeah, I'm in a dream, recurring dream, where I don't see my reflection. So like, I guess maybe like the hand maybe came to her because like it sought her out, you know, like the weak-minded individual it could take from and make its puppet and ultimately kill and try to kill others.
And yeah. And now is that what she's destined to do? Because
Right now she's in limbo, right? Or she's in the void, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah, because they kind of make it seem like it's just dead people, but it's like I don't know.
Like
if
a
it's-
realm, I
Again,
think.
it's like never really clear.
Is
if
she
it's
in the
there.
hand? Is like the hand a portal? Is the hand itself alive? Like what's
think
The
the
hand
hand is
almost
like-
seems sort of like a portal.
a
in a way.
portal or just like a fucking
Doorway, whatever.
like like glasses that make you see what you can't see,
it's like the glasses and They Live.
yes, 1,000%. The portal's
There we
like the
go.
glasses and They Live. It's like an antenna that focuses your mind to see
Okay.
the dead.
They also mentioned, one person said that it's a hand of a psychic, that they cut off the hand because it could communicate with the dead. And then the
Yeah.
other girl said, or the other person said, that she heard it was a Satanist. So either way,
Was this a dialogue in the movie?
yeah.
Okay.
No, this
Yeah,
is
nothing
what,
was.
this is what his
Nothing
friend
was
saying.
really. This is short series.
No, this is what the two people we were talking about, the owners of it, were talking about.
That wasn't ever like super clear, which I think is.
I
makes
kind
it a
of think
little-
that's kind of
little fun.
cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of cool. But it could be anything. And those two things are what the directors wanted to you to think that they could be. You know what I mean? Which is
Right.
interesting. I mean, the psychic thing
I
makes
think
total
one
sense.
of them
Like,
one of them says
cool.
like, "Who the fuck cares where it came from?" That's it. Don't they? Some
maybe, I
along
don't
those
know.
lines. So they're just like, doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Which it is. You're right. What's cool is we're just put in the situation and expected to accept it, and we do easily. It seems like a plausible thing. Other than like what's actually happening, everything's very plausible. Everything's very believable, and it was great. And the acting was top notch. I think that helps.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Definitely had vibes of like other really good modern horror films too. Like it follows a little bit where there was like an unexplainable demon presence that was following these things around, had like an attachment to them.
It
You know, there
Follows
was some
is an amazing film.
Get Out, some Hereditary, dealing with like the grief stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And
classic
the
A24.
also face smashing of Hereditary. Yeah, A24, very A24 of
It's got an A24
a lot of grief, a lot of family trauma.
template.
Yes, true.
Nailed it.
Yes, there were some tropes, but I think they were well done. They were well
Yeah, I didn't mean that. I don't
Yeah,
mean that
like
in a bad way.
well executed.
Like I said in the beginning, like it's a really good movie. It's like a well-made horror movie. It's not like the best. Like I don't think it compares to like an Ari Aster horror film, but it's still good.
Right. Very good debut for sure.
Yeah, very good debut.
Fucking
solid.
pretty good debut.
made.
4.5 million budget, 26.3 million as of right now.
Ah, nice.
That's great.
Good for them.
It's
Pretty
awesome.
good.
And they
I
got
like-
most of their funding from a film festival and the Australian Film Commission, which is dope.
Right. I don't know if I love the idea of a sequel. I kind of liked how the ending was just her. She's dead. She's kind of a demon, maybe.
Did we
she
say
would be in the
exactly what
sequel.
happened in the end?
It doesn't really say. It just implied that she definitely died because she was now on the other side.
She's
of the
in
talking
limbo,
man.
wherever the fuck she is. She's
Yeah,
in there.
so
Some
she
sort of
goes
weird
into she like
spiritual
closes
limbo.
the door looking for her dad. Everything goes to
the
black,
elevator closes.
and then the lights come on, and she is now the hand essentially. She's
She's
there.
in the hand. At any
She's
point,
the other side.
At any point,
She's the
if
other
she
side, but like
sees-
she is shaking.
if she sees the
person's
candle
hand.
lit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's like random. She said every time it changes, every time you take it off and put it back on, it's a
Yeah.
new thing. So I think this is like she sees a candle lit, and next to the candle is a hand, like just like this much of a hand, and that was pretty sick. I thought that was
Yeah.
awesome. It's like it's almost reaching into her world, and she just
Her
got to touch
realm.
it, and now they're enjoy. It's so crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, like
That's
we were
super
saying, it's
cool.
about all about her
That's super
perspective,
cool.
and that's her perspective as now a pass-through person,
Yeah.
if you will. She's not now on the other side, and that's how she saw it. That's how they probably see it. Is like the other spirits probably just will randomly see light. They'll go towards the light, and they see a reached out hand.
Yeah.
They grab it, boom, there they are.
Yeah. I wonder what it feels like for the spirit. I mean, that's probably
What
the
are they
second one
and
will be
what
about,
what is
like,
the spirit
what it's like
chasing?
for the other people, the spirit to
Right.
feel when they're in the body. Maybe like that's what the second one will be all about.
Yeah, the second one
Some
could be
insidious vibe,
completely
maybe.
It's
different.
very
very
insidious,
insidious. Yeah. She's on the other
Yeah.
side of the hand. Solid ending.
Great ending.
Yeah, great
Solid
ending.
The movie
That's why
was
I don't
worth
think they
it.
need a
The
sequel,
ending-
but maybe it'll be
ending's
cool.
made it. The sequel doesn't have to be about anything that happened in this movie, though. Like Schwartz was saying, it could be like just them on the other side, or it could be I don't know. I
The hand
feel
is
like
the main character.
I feel like if they did like the Insidious thing where they started it right where they ended this one, I don't think that's the move. I think it's just telling another story involving a similar situation, maybe with the hand, maybe on the other side. But I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want just
I feel
like
I'm done
another-
with her.
Yeah, I don't need another like redoing of this though. I don't need just like another perspective of like another case of that what the hand stuff happens.
I don't know.
where the
I
hand
think from
came
the
from.
perspective
Just
that
a,
she's.
just a new
We
hand
could
job.
see like the psychic that the hand belonged to, like his story.
Maybe.
I think if they made a third one, that would probably be the third one.
Hand job universe.
just call it.
I don't know. I
hand
think it could stick with her. I think it could stick with her being on the other side and maybe trying to get out of it or something. You know
It
what
could. Yeah, it could.
jobs. Mm.
Like
I
she
think
was
that
really
could
good.
be cool.
I could see them sticking with her for that reason. She was very good.
Also, like they use her, like they're friends. Like it was her first major starring role.
They were all
Her
great.
character was dumb.
Yeah, they were good. Very cool that these guys got to make a movie. Very cool that they killed it and knocked it out of the park. I'm happy for them. They did it. They did it smart too. They said they were offered like to do it in the U.S. to U.S. distributors, and they had a lot of notes from them, and they didn't want to take the notes, so they decided to do it themselves and found the money
Yeah.
themselves. And also, they turned down doing a DC Universe movie to make this movie.
Get a
which
couple
is smart,
notches in
too.
your belt before you
Yeah.
get fired off a DC movie.
They remind me of like
They remind me of Spielberg, to be honest.
that to stretch Spielberg. I was gonna say the Daniels or Daniels. They're kind of in that sense
we'll
like
see.
a
We'll see.
filmmaking
you're right.
team that kind of came from independent roots of like just making their own small.
I think I said I think it's Spielberg because they have a pretty good sense of what to make, what they want, and what their world looks like, and their camera movement was really good, and I think they told the story really, really well. Like, I don't think the writing of the script. I mean, it was a great movie and the script was good, but I don't think that was the best part of the movie. The best part of the movie was the filmmaking aspect, and the directing aspect of it, and that's why I compared them to the Spielberg because I think they really have a firm grasp on who, like their visual language. I think was pretty clear. You know what I mean? They had a lot of, and they used music in a very specific way. That they used a lot of modern Australian music in this movie. That was used. Good flick. What do you rate it?
What do you got? Ratings?
7.7.
Wow.
7.7.
That's a great rating.
7.7. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not far off.
What you got?
Got 7.3125.
Oh shit! All right, it's precise. Okay, I'm going 6.8.
Seems low.
No, it's good. That's really good.
All right.
6.8 is great.
We could average it all out to 7. Make Me Watch
I go
Movies
6.8.
gives this a 7.0 ish.
Yeah.